Welcome back to Charlie's Mailbox, where I answer actual questions from actual people in my inbox. Last week we had a question about tables in a Google Doc, and this week we have another question about tables. This time it's why can't I access a picture that I put in a Google Doc table? Now, even if that question doesn't interest you, I encourage you to check this out because it has to do with how text and images interact in a document, which is a useful thing to know about whether or not you're using a table. So let's head over to the computer. We have a table, and in this table, we have some pictures and want to be able to adjust those pictures. Now, if I click on this bottom picture or this middle picture, I get these familiar handles that allow me to, resize or do whatever I need to do with the picture, maybe change some options over here, etc. But clicking on the pug, and I'm clicking on it now, does not give me those same handles. I can't seem to select it. What is going on here? Well, it turns out that right click came to the rescue. And by the way, on your Chromebook, right click is either Alt click or it's the two finger on the touchpad. But if I right click, we get select image. And that then gives us the handles. So the obvious question is why? Why do I need to do that for this picture? Well, it came down to what is called text wrapping. Turns out this picture was set to behind text. And what that means is that any text in this cell is going to be in front of this picture. Now, you might say there is no text in this cell. That is true, but in fact, what had happened was the Enter key was pressed repeatedly, like so, creating blank lines of text. And those blank lines are in front of this picture, and that's why it can't be accessed. So if we select the image and instead choose in front of text, now, just like the others, it is accessible. Incidentally, you'll notice that the other ones are set a little differently. It's called inline with text. And what inline does, it is simply makes the picture become essentially like another character in the text, and the text then either precedes or follows it. While we're talking about text wrapping, I thought I would show you. I'm going to copy this picture here. And here's a paragraph about pugs, and I thought it might be interesting to see how the different versions of text wrapping work. Say I click right after the word pugs here, and I paste the image. This is what inline does. It simply makes the picture the next word after pugs and before were. That is typically not what you want in a paragraph. The option that I prefer is the one that's called wrap text. When you choose that, it lets you move the picture around and the text automatically wraps around it. This is really useful in situations where you want to maybe have the picture in the corner like this and have the text elegantly wrap. So I encourage you to check those options out. And next time you're having trouble accessing a picture, it may well have to do with those text wrapping options.